Today we are looking at the Linux Lite 6.6. So I already made videos on Linux Lite 6.6, which is release candidate videos. So here is the stable ISO file. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So I'm running it on a virtualization, which is a VMware with 40 GB of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM, and with i5 12 Gen CPU. I'm going to go through all this official website, downloading process, features, everything in this video. So watch the video throughout all the things without skipping until the end. So here is the welcome screen, I guess. So it should take a few more seconds and we should be seeing our desktop layout loaded completely. So if you want to check the release notes, release candidate video, if you that is available in the channel, which is Linux Lite 6.6 release candidate. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out, or you can just skip that part and just watch the stable ISO file. This is a stable ISO file release, so you can check that out too if you want. It is taking a bit of time here. Usually it shouldn't take this much of time, but let's wait for a few more seconds. Usually it should take like a 30 to 40 seconds in my laptop, but it is taking a lot of time here. So this is the timing which usually takes in my laptop. It will be different in some other PC. It should be very fast in your PC if you have like a high-end PC. I think we should be seeing a desktop layout right now because there is no loading screen here. Nothing, no mouse pointer, anything like that. This is outside the VMware and there is nothing in the VMware. I think we should wait for a few more seconds, I guess. So I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. So already content available I posted in the channel. Uh, Watch that video and this video if you want. So still nothing, just a gray screen or a gray wallpaper on the screen. And remember, this is a stabilized file, but it is taking a lot of time here. I think the ISO file is released like a few hours ago and I downloaded it right now, but I don't know what's going on. We don't see anything still. So I'm going to trim the video if it's going to take a lot of time. I'm just going to trim the unnecessary part. So it is taking a lot of time here, so I'm going to trim it compulsory. And here is some of the commands. The connection to the bus can't be made. And we should be seeing our desktop, I think, now. At least now. We'll wait. And mouse point is on the screen, as you can see. It took like almost a minute or maybe 2 minutes like that. And that is the sound from the Linux Lite itself. Let's first change the resolution. Let's go to the menu. Go to settings. There is a major lag, maybe because the welcome screen was loading. Let's go to the settings. Now it's working properly. Let's go to display and change the resolution first. and open the system monitor. Let's see how much of resources it consumes. And then let's go to the official website and see what are the changes. Let's close this everything. Let's open the first system monitor. Here is the system monitor. Every information is here: RAM, disk, network, GPU, sensors. So it takes a few seconds to load everything, so let's wait for that. So here is all the process running right now. It should be like a 270 something like that. It's 296. Here it is. As you can see, it was 296 but it's a 267 right now. Users, startup, services. Here you can see there is a bit of lag or the delay. System, everything is opening after like a 2 to maybe 4 to 5 seconds after clicking. So the name is Linux Lite 6.6. It's a stable ISO file. The kernel is a 5.15 XFCE 4.16.3, which is very bad. The latest version should be 4.18.5 or 6 like that, but we still get the 4.16.3. No problem. This is the VMware. I'm running it on a VMware, which I already mentioned. Performance. There is no stable graph in the CPU, as you can see. So let's make it smaller. Let's put this at the right side corner. There is a major lag. I think you don't know, you can't see that, but I'm seeing that. I hope the recording captures everything, this all, the lag and a lot of delay here. It's still using a 1.5 GB and you should be seeing a lot of lag. I'm seeing a lot of lag and the delay in the distro. It's almost like a 30%. There is no stable graph in the CPU, and the RAM is just a 1.4 GB, but it's still a bit of delay and lag. So let's keep that aside and let's open the internet browser, which is Chrome. Let's go to their official website and see what are the changes in the Linux Lite 6.6. And usually the Chrome browser takes a lot of time to open, and in the Linux Lite it is taking way more. And I'm on the VMware, so it should take a lot more here. The CPU is almost touching like a 70% just for the Chrome browser. And let's get to the RAM and see. And there is a heavy lag, delay because of the Chrome browser. Let's minimize that thing. Let's go to the RAM. RAM is still around like a 1.4 GB or 1.5 GB. I don't know where it is coming from, maybe from the CPU. It's taking a lot of lag. Let's check the version of the browser. 116, almost the latest version. Let's type in Linux Lite. Hit enter. This is the official website, which is linuxliteos.com. That's the official website, and you should be seeing a lot of ads because that's the common thing you see in the Linux Lite. Maybe because they don't have, you know, ads will be paying for them. That's the reason. Maybe you'll be seeing a lot of ads when clicking anything here. So there are options here: Linux Lite, and if you want to pay anything, you can pay. If you don't want, just keep it to $0 and click on download. Here is the recommended system specs or the requirements for the Linux Lite. So the live user credentials, log into the live desktop is automatic. It's automatic. You don't need to provide username or password for that. And it's based on Ubuntu 22.04.3 long-term support, LTS. Requirements, here are the requirements. If you want to read everything, you can read it here. So the updates for the browsers and some of the apps are here, which is Chrome is 116, Thunderbird is 102.15, Office Suite is 7.5.5, which is LibreOffice. Media Player is a VLC 3.0.16 or a 16. Image Editor GIMP 2.10.30. Timeshift, which is a backup and restore app or software 21.09, and Tuner File Manager, which is 4.16.10 because the XFCE is 4.16. It's based on Ubuntu, so here is the Ubuntu kernel version is a 5.15. Custom kernels are also available via our repository for version 3.13 to 6.5. You'll get a latest version and the older versions in the repository, so you can change it. And the desktop UI window theme is changed to Materia, icon theme Papyrus, and font is Roboto Regular. And what's new? Support for the 22 new languages added, latest stable version of the LibreOffice, updated icon set, new wallpapers, added new install detection update for Lite Welcome, added information in Lite Welcome for our new free AI chatbot. The hardware database now has over 85,000 submissions. Latest stable versions of Chrome, Lite applications, etc., bug fixes and enhancements. So current release, terminal code, file size is around 2.4 GB. Here is how to download. If you want to previous version, you can go download it here. Let's click on download, current release, and here is the current release. Click here for the HTTP mirrors. Here are the mirrors. You can download any mirror you want. I'm choosing a worldwide, which is a SourceForge. Here are other versions, the older versions. You can download it, or you can just download it from right here. It should take like a 5 to 6 seconds, and you should be seeing a download here. And download is started. So that was the release note and that was the downloading process. I think we covered everything, I guess. Let's get back to the video. Let's open the terminal. XFCE terminal. Let's make it bigger and type some of the commands, which is inxi. Let's type in inxi-b. So inxi- the keyboard is properly, I think because of the lag it is doing some random things here. inxi-b. I think I need to type it slowly because there is a lag in the distro. It is making that to happen. So let's type in another command, which is inxi-small, not small g, it's a capital G. So if you want, you can read everything here by pausing the video. I'm not going to do that because it's going to take a lot of time. So here are some of the complete distro information. Let's type in another command, which is cat:/etc/issue and hit an enter. Here is the Linux Lite 6.6 LTS. It's a LTS. So let's type in inxi-sv8. This is the command which will give the complete distro information. You can just pause the video and read everything, like a display, X11, all these things will be available here. Graphics, processors, everything is available there. So let's type in desktop now. Here is the desktop for some of the viewers if you want to see the desktop. So I think we covered everything of the distro information. Let's get to the installation. Let's execute the installer. So I'm not going to install it on my hard drive. I'm just going to show you the process of installation. So if you install this Linux Lite 6.6 on your hard drive, do let me know in the comment section, so it will help me and it will help other viewers too. If you find any bugs or if you find any errors or if it is working pretty smooth for you, do let that too in the comment section, so it will help others too. So first you need to choose your language. Click on language, whatever your language is selected, click on continue. You have like a keyboard selection, choose your keyboard, click on continue, or you can detect keyboard layout here by typing. And it is taking a bit of time here, let's wait for that. So update and other software, it's always a good option to check both these options because it will download updates while installing Linux and install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware and additional media formats. It will help for in the future if you have like a Wi-Fi or anything like that, it will help for that. So click on continue. Preparing Ubuntu drivers, it will usually take like a 30 to 40 seconds to complete this thing. So let's go back to the system monitor and check the CPU and RAM. And still we don't have any stable graph in the CPU. It's almost like a 60 and it's going to up to 80%. There is no stable. Maybe for few seconds there is a stable in the graph, but as you can see, and the RAM, it's almost like a 1.7 GB. In the beginning it was like a 1.3 1.4 GB. It's almost 400 MB. And here you have the CPU again going up. Let's wait for a few more seconds and it should be completed. It still says as a preparing Ubuntu drivers. That's the reason I mentioned that it should take like a 30 to 40 seconds. It's so much lag or so much delay, you can't even do any other things. So we need to just wait for it. Let's check the panel version. The version is 4.16 because the XFC is 4.16 here. You can customize everything if you want here in the panel section. Here is the date and time, volume, audio mixer, you can customize that too. About, package manager, here is the, and here is the workspace. So here are all the apps which comes pre-installed with the Linux Lite 6.6. So it's completed. You have like two options. You can delete the current operating system and install the Linux Lite, or delete everything which is available in the hard drive. So if you're choosing like you using or installing it on a VMware or a virtual box, you don't need to be worried. If you choose a hard disk, you need to be very careful. If you choose like a virtual disk, there is no need to worry. If you choose a hard disk or SSD, anything like that, so it's going to delete the current operating systems or delete or erase the files which are available in that SSD or hard disk. So you need to be having some idea or what you're doing here. So that's the installation of erase disk and install Linux. And something else is like a customization or a dual operating system options, like a partitions, all these things. So we can dual boot in this option. So after clicking on install, it should take like a maximum of 5 to 10 minutes usually, but I don't know how much time it should take in your PC because it is different in every PC is different. So if you install it, do let me know in the comment section. So that's the installation process. Let's close this thing and check out some other features like wallpapers and some desktop features. Let's go to desktop settings. I think there are like a bunch of wallpapers available. They mentioned that in the release notes. There are these are all the wallpapers completely, almost like maybe 20 to 25 wallpapers, I guess. Maybe up to 32, I don't know. These are all the backgrounds, and here are the backdrops. Same thing, menu icons, home, everything is here. So it's clearly customizable. So if you want to customize, you can customize. Let's open like a bunch of apps and see whether it will handle smoothly or without opening apps it was like a bit of lag and delay. So let's try it by opening bunch of apps and see whether it will handle it good or not. Let's open appearance. There was a theme change here, Materia. This is a new theme, I guess. They mentioned that. Icon Papyrus. Font settings. So let me show that too, because some people want to see the themes also. For them, here it is. Let's check some of the themes. High contrast, Materia dark compact, Materia dark, Materia light, icons, login icons, Papyrus, Papyrus light, fonts, Roberta regular. They mentioned that too. Now let's open some of the apps. Under system, let's open package. Package manager, partition drives. What we have here, a firewall, system restore utility. Let's open like a bunch of apps, almost like a 12 to 15 apps, and see. LibreOffice and PDF Viewer. Under multimedia, VLC media player, volume controller. On the internet, we should be opening like a Bird mail client. Let's open that. Under the graphics, let's open the GIMP. Paint. Under the accessories, let's open text editor. I think that's enough, I guess. Settings. And there is a lot of lag because of the apps. So pretty much opened everything. Let's open the Power Manager. Settings. Light tweaks. So these are all the basic light Linux Lite applications. So let's get back to the system monitor and see how much of resources it is consuming. And I think this is a freeze here because of the apps are opening in the background. We pretty much opened like 12 to 15 apps, and let's check the system monitor now. Here is the system monitor, almost 100%. As you can see, it's saying as a 98 to 900%. Let's go to the RAM and check it out. RAM is almost like a 2.6 GB, which is almost 70%. And the free RAM is almost like a 270 MB. Capacity is 3.8 GB. Available is 1.2 GB. So this is the RAM and this is the CPU. I think you got the idea to use this Linux distro or not. So it's clearly up to you to judge to use this Linux distro or not. I'm just going to show you the system resources and apps and everything. So it's clearly up to you. to use this Linux distro or not. I'm not going to recommend, or I'm not going to not recommend. Everything is clearly up to you. It's your decision to use it or not. So let's check the version of the apps and end the video, because we completed everything here. So GIMP version is here. So this apps version was already mentioned in the release notes. So here are all the information. Do check it out in the release note and check the versions here. If it should be same. So the LibreOffice, they said they have the stable release 7.5.5.2. Let's close this thing. This is a Synaptic package manager. The installed version will be highlighted like this. Let's scroll it down like this. If you want to slow it down the video, you can change that in the YouTube settings. Go to playback speed. It will be default like 1.0. Change it to 0.25 and you should be seeing in a slow-mo. So let's close this thing also. A file manager 4.16, which is tuner. Mousepad or a text editor 0.5.8. Awesome. Let's close this thing also. Let's check about Timeshift version is 21.0.1. Let's close this thing. 0.4.0 GNOME Paint. Volume controller, you can customize these things. Document viewer. Power manager, customize according to your needs. Let's close this thing also. Gparted 1.3.1. Let's even close this thing also. We pretty much closed everything, so this is the only thing available. Linux Lite is the light tweaks. There are a lot of Linux Lite tools. You can go to all these things and check it out on your own. So the changes, I already showed you everything, so there is nothing left to wait here. So let's end the video. So this is the CPU and RAM at the end of the video. After opening and closing every app and every settings and every features, this is the end of RAM and CPU. So it's up to you to use this Linux distro or not. You judge it. I'm not going to say anything here. So let's end the video. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.